Wait for the little bit of red to come through. And yes, we are recording. This is good. What about the mic? Is the mic in place? Yes, you want it like just out of frame. Okay, awesome. Right, well, sorry about last episode's lackluster. We are in focus, aren't we? Oh, please be in focus. Anyway, sorry about that. I was a little bit flat. Just going through things. I was about to say Prince Caspian, but that's not. Prince Caspian's also great, but that's not what I'm talking about. What I was talking about last week. What I was talking about last week was the Prince of Egypt. That movie, yes, that one. So yeah, I obviously was rewatching it, and I'm thinking to myself, this could be a little bit better. I think today is going to be a little bit better because I have more energy anyway, and I haven't just come out from a counsellor's meeting, so that's setting us up well for a bit better of an episode as far as like energy levels. So yeah. It's good stuff. Right, anyway, today's recommendation is this book. It's called Non-Violent Communication. And it looks like a very, how do you say, organised book. It looks like a very left-brained book. And it sort of is. I mean, it is, but at the same time, it's also right brain in the sense of like the emotions that it hits is so good. It talks about empathy a lot. And being able to empathize with different people. I talked last week as well about like mental health, and that's what I want to talk about in this episode as well. I want to talk about mental health. Mental health is actually really important. I don't know if many people know this. People who have been going through a hard time and stuff like that will know this, that like mental health is so important. I don't know, it could be, it must be true that everybody has their sort of like down moments and stuff, but some down moments, from what I sort of gather, can be can be less down than other downs that other people experience. Like if you're born in a call it nuclear family, then your downs are going to be moderate. But if you're born outside of a nuclear family, like I was, then your downs, who knows how down those downs can go. So yeah, the fact that I'm even here is a good thing. The fact that I'm even here, able to put sentences together, I think is a miracle, sort of. But yeah. Sorry if I'm sniffing as well. It's summer and there's the hay fever and stuff, so it's annoying. But I'm gonna push through. Bear with me. Yeah, this book is actually very, very good. It was the first book that I was given from my counsellor. It was she gave it to me. She gave it to me, and I bought my own copy. So this is my own copy. But she gave me the book because I was seeing what was wrong with people and shooting some sniper shots, basically, at those people. And it wasn't necessarily that I was wrong in what I was seeing, but the way that I was dealing with it was I don't want to say out of line, but like out of line, I guess. The way that I was dealing with it wasn't as relationally functional, because so I was concerned with the function of it, and I feel like this is probably fairly typical for most guys. I was concerned with the function of it, but not so much the relational function of it. And I'm just like, this is what I see, and like, I'll tell you about it and you need to deal with it. And there's an element of truth to that. But like, I was not, as far as like what I was thinking about, I wasn't really thinking about the relational functionality of it, like maintaining the relationship and stuff like that. And that's actually really, really important. That's something that I've learned from my pastor. He's like big on maintaining relationships, and I have been learning from that and need to continue to learn from that to maintain relationships. Anyway, this book is about empathy, and one of the things that I noticed about my pastor is his ability to like not judge and to empathize, and like I described it as like the grace. Like he had a lot of grace for things, but I think it could also be described as empathy. So if we were to go through, just to give you a quick demonstration of what this book is like, you flick through it, and there are like little speech bubbles on the pages. So if you're literally not even wanting to read through, if you're a bit of a lazy reader, like I sort of am, then then this book is also good for you, because it's like there are nuggets of wisdom, like bullet points, throughout the book that you can read. I haven't planned this. Let's just flick through this and read one of the speech bubble things and see what we got, what we've got. Okay, first one here. Avoid the use of language that implies wrongness. Yeah, that's an interesting one. I'm just thinking I might have just done that like 5 minutes ago. Shit. Anyway, I didn't do it too badly, I think. But anyway, but it's it's that alone. Actually, it's funny that I just went on that. That alone is huge for some people. Okay, so my family environment, and this could be true also for a lot of other people's family environment. Pretty much the only language that ever goes around is is you did this wrong and you did that wrong and you did the other thing wrong, and that is literally the 90 to 100% of their conversations. It's always about who did this wrong, who did that wrong, and it's just so tiring. So yeah, it's actually great to have a book, a formal, well-educated book to tell you, yes, don't do that, please. Right, so let's go to, I think, the middle-ish. Right, what have we got here? Vague language contributes to internal confusion. True. And that was one of the things that I had to sort of teach myself, actually, is like, what do you mean by that? Like, I say that a lot. What do you mean by that? Well, that could mean all sorts of different things. Blah, blah, blah. And like, one of the things that are really early on in my life that I hated was when people would say stuff and they would act like it was supposed to mean something, and then I'm sort of like standing there being like, what do you expect me to do? Like, you say that, but like, what does that actually mean? Like, so it's really difficult to work with. So yeah, clear language, yes. Anyway, seeing if I can find something about actual empathy here. Oh yeah, this is also a good one. We can never make people do anything. Gosh, that is so true. That was actually something that I wrote down on my whiteboard from one of my previous revelations, fleshing it out and stuff like that, is that you can't actually make anybody do anything. One of the things that my pastor says is you'll hear me talk about him and stuff, what he says a lot, because I've learned a lot from him. Thank you, Jesus, I've learned a lot. One of the things that he says is that the opposite to faith is control. And if you are finding like a lack of faith in any particular area, then what you're going to want to do is go in and control the situation, because you're like, no, like it's not going to work out, and then you're going to want to control the situation, and controlling relationships can be a part of that. But as it says right here, we can never make people do anything. So if we do try, then we're shooting ourselves in the foot. We're shooting the relationship in the foot. Oh, somebody's here. Yeah, we're shooting the relationship in the foot, and yeah, we're not going to get anywhere, and probably be more counterproductive as opposed to productive on the whole. So, yes, like I feel like I could do just like another episode of me flicking through this book, and just talking off the bat of it. It is such a good book. I was about to recommend something else. I had a few backup recommendations, but I have gone and talked possibly a little bit too much for long enough. We'll put it that way, for long enough of this book. So I might leave it there. It's a relatively short-ish episode, but yes, this book is great. I recommend, as far as like mental health, emotional health, relational health. Jesus, please, I need some of that. Yeah, this is great. Yeah, so I recommend. Okay, so that's that done. Sorry, that's my flatmate just sort of like walking around. I feel like I need like little tiny hands, like right here. That'd be great. I see them on TikTok all the time. It's actually a lot of fun. If you haven't seen them, you probably don't know what I'm talking about. It's fine, but yeah. Right, well, I didn't think anybody was home still, so I'll wrap up the episode. Don't want to make too much noise or any more noise. I might have woken him up, so... yeah, anyway. Thanks for listening. Ciao, and enjoy your day. Bye.